Yes. How we all doing? Welcome back to another stream. I'm here on my own again, as you saw last night. Jordy Porty is away on his jolliers. He's away on his holiday, enjoying himself. So we're letting Jordan enjoy himself, and I'm here. You've got me on my own. So be good to me. Let's have a good chat about what's going on. Obviously, it's an international preview. I hate international football, chat. I really hate international football. It's not for me. Maybe it's to do with the fact that Ireland are shit. Maybe it's to do with the fact that City aren't playing. Either way, I hate international football. It breaks it up for me. Do you know what I mean? It breaks it up. I like the consistency. I like the rhythm of, 2 games a week, 3 games a week sometimes. I like the chaos, man. I enjoy the chaos of multiple games a week. And it's annoying when you win your first 4 games out of 4 in the league. You're off to a great start. Then blam, international football comes in and says, nah, we're going to put a stop to that and decide to send all your players off and put them under injury risks. So, yeah, it's not a bit of me. Who we got in the building? Smash a like if you would on your way in. Subscribe if you're new around here. Who we got? We got Harvey. We got Bevo. We got Darsh. We got Torn. DJ Christopher. Cyber Dragon. Who else have we got in the building? And who wants to have a chat about what's going on in the world of Manchester City right now? I've seen Ballon d'Or nominations have been revealed. I think we've seen a few of the City players that have been nominated for the Ballon d'Or. Let's see how the Ballon d'Or is shaping up, man. Pep to England. I did a daily roundup which came out this morning, Zach, all about that Pep to England story. So, do I think it's going to happen? No, I don't think so. I think if Pep was going to manage any international team, I don't think it would be England. I don't think Pep's desperate to marry Harry Maguire. You know what I mean? And we already know he doesn't have any trust in Kalvin Phillips, so I can't see him managing Kalvin Phillips at international level either. So that's kind of where we're at. John Stone's robbed of a nomination. Let's have a look at the nominations now in a second, actually, chat. Let's have a look at the nominations. I've seen some things that have upset me regarding the Ballon d'Or. I've seen some things that have upset me. I've seen a report saying Lionel Messi is miles clear the favourite to win the Ballon d'Or ahead of Erling Haaland. Now, call me bias, call me City bias, call me whatever you want. You can call it if you want a race between the two. You can say Haaland and Messi. You can make an argument for the two. But for Messi to be miles clear of Erling Haaland in the race for the Ballon d'Or, no, that's bullshit. That's what I call bullshit, people. Messi, he won the World Cup in an unbelievable achievement, such the most prestigious trophy in the game. And of course, he was integral to that. If not, he was the main man in that Argentina team. But for him to be miles clear of Erling Haaland, who won the treble, scored 36 goals in the Premier League, 52 in all competitions, broke records left, right, and center. It don't add up to me, man. The maths don't math to me. So I think, if you're still taking the Ballon d'Or award seriously in 2023, and you believe there's integrity to it, that's fine. You do you. But for me, I felt this competition or this award has been a load of shit for a long time. Anyway, listen, 60 people in the building. Smash a like on the stream if you would. Massively helps get more people in and get new eyes on the channel. Subscribe if you're new around here. I'm going to go on City Extra's Twitter page here and see what's going on. Because in terms of previewing international football, what do you want me to say, chap? Do you know what I mean? What do you want me to say? All I can say is I'm crossing my heart and my fingers, crossing my heart, hoping to die, crossing my fingers type thing that nobody gets injured. Do you know what I mean? Haaland's gone off with Norway. The Portuguese boys, Diaz, Bernardo, all them, probably Mateus Nunes too, gone off of Portugal. All the English lads gone off, including Kalvin Phillips, I believe. You just have to hope that nobody gets injured, man, because we're off to a good start as it is. We can't afford to get any injuries. We already have De Bruyne out for 4 months. What happens if Ruben Diaz picks up a knock? What happens if Haaland picks up a knock? What happens if Alvarez picks up a knock? What happens if Foden picks up a knock? That's trouble, man. That's trouble. You know what I'm saying? Buddy with a message here. I got it up on screen. He says, Hugh, here's what I'll say. Since the award is supposed to reflect the season as a whole, Messi shone for 3 weeks, Haaland shone for 9. Buddy, it's a difficult conversation, mate. It's a difficult conversation. That's all I'm saying. You know what I mean? People don't want to hear it. People don't want to hear it. Haaland did bits from the moment he came through the door to the moment the last ball was kicked in the Champions League final. Messi shone in the World Cup for a month. You know what I mean, man? You know what I mean? Tough conversations. Right, let's have a look at City Extra's Twitter. Like I was saying, just no injuries regarding international football. Right, there are 8 Man City nominees for the 2023 Ballon d'Or award. 8 nominees. I'll list them out to you now and let's see what we think. Josko Vardiol, obviously through his efforts with Leipzig and Croatia in the World Cup. He was class for Croatia in the World Cup. Josko Vardiol gets one. Ruben Diaz gets one. Ilkay Gundogan, of course, gets one, man. What a guy. Kevin De Bruyne, obviously. Bernardo Silva, of course. Obviously, Erling Haaland, Julian Alvarez, and Rodri. Now, out of those 8 players, Vardiol, Diaz, Gundogan, De Bruyne, Silva, Haaland, Alvarez, Rodri, for you, which one deserves the most? Because I've seen arguments about this. I've seen conversations about this. Haaland broke the goal records left, right, and center. We simply don't do what we did last season with Haaland. Rodri, you got to make a good argument for Rodri, man. You got to make a good argument for Rodri. John Stones should have got a nomination. John Stones should have got a nomination, man. 110%. Excuse me while I drink some water. John Stones deserved a nomination, man. I think Rodri and Haaland are the outstanding candidates, but if it's going to be one of them, it's probably going to be Haaland because the goal scorers get all the plaudits, don't they? The goal scorers catch all the headlines, but you can't sleep on Rodri. You can't sleep on Rodri and what he did last season. He was so important to everything. The fluidity. He was so important to allowing John Stones to play the way he did, the defenders to be as solid as they were. Like you see the amount of goals we conceded in the second half of the season. It was so little. It was the whole defensive unit was so solid, and Rodri and Diaz, probably Rodri more so, was so key to that, man. He was a man on a mission, Rodri, last season. So Rodri, man, I just don't. It just doesn't sit well with me. The Messi thing, it just doesn't sit well with me, and that's probably some bias coming through there. But hey, this is a Manchester City channel, isn't it? Let's see, is there anything else? Alvarez, yeah. It's all just Ballon d'Or talk, really, at the minute. I mean, in terms of international preview, like I said, there's not a huge... Oh, Ederson has been nominated for the 2023 Yashin Trophy at the Ballon d'Or Awards. So hopefully Ederson can pick that up. Who knows? Alisson was amazing last season as well, though, wasn't he? International football. Let's see who's gone away. Will we see who's gone away? I'll try and get up the squads here. Let's have a look at the England squad first. England squad. Right. England squad for September games announced. Let's see what City players. I assume it's all of our English lads. I would imagine it's all of our English lads. And Kedia got a call up. Right. Here we go. So we have Kyle Walker. Yep. We have Kalvin Phillips. How? I don't know. Jack Grealish. Phil Foden. Stone's obviously injured, isn't he? Are we missing anybody there? Walker, Phillips, Foden. Is that it? Oh, Grealish, yeah, but Grealish picked up an injury, didn't he? Grealish picked up an injury, so I think he had to pull out, didn't he, Jack Grealish? I think Jack Grealish had to pull out. Big up Bevo, man, with a super chat. £2 from Bevo. He says, can we talk about Rodri? I've been talking about Rodri, Bevo. I've been talking about Rodri. I've been gassing the guy up. I've been saying he deserves a Ballon d'Or more than Messi. Wild, I know. Big up for the super chat, Bevo, man. Love for all the support. Anybody who doesn't want a super chat, perfectly cool. Just do us a favor, scroll down a little bit and smash a like on the stream. That is equally as supportive for the lads. So Grealish pulled out, but just Foden, Walker, and Kalvin Phillips. Chat, what do we think about Kalvin Phillips, man? See, there was a piece of news about Kalvin Phillips this morning I did in the Daily Roundup saying that during the window, supposedly Everton and Newcastle were looking to get Kalvin Phillips. He said no, he wants to fight for his place. Fair enough, but he has now said that if he doesn't get any meaningful game time by January, he's going to push for a loan in January. He's going to push for a loan move in January in a bid to ensure his place in the England squad for Euro 2024. I don't see where he gets meaningful game time. I just don't. With Mateus Nunes there now, with Kovacic obviously there as well, Rodri as always, I just don't see it. I think a loan move for Kalvin Phillips is inevitable. I think a loan move for him in January, it's what's best for him in his career. It's just not working at City. You know me, Chad. I love Kalvin Phillips. I like him. I like him as a guy. I liked him as a footballer before he arrived at City with Leeds in England. But it's just not worked at Manchester City, man. It's just not worked. That's not to say it can't. But if he's put this time bar on himself of he needs meaningful game time before January, it ain't going to happen. There's too much important football. You know, if we should, in theory, qualify through a Champions League group before the 6 games are up. He did a game or two in the Champions League, but Mateus Nunes will probably want those games too. And then all the Premier League games, obviously, are must win, every single one. Carabao Cup, maybe, but we're playing Newcastle. We'll want to win that game. I'd imagine Pep want to get that trophy back. Like, where does Kalvin Phillips get meaningful football, man? He just doesn't. He just doesn't. Pep doesn't trust him. Pep doesn't trust him, man. Does HM stand for Huge Man Dingo? You got me. You got me, Nabil. You've cracked the code, mate. You've cracked the code. So yeah, Kalvin Phillips, man. It's one of those ones. It just didn't work out. We don't have many transfers that didn't work out over the years, but Kalvin Phillips definitely is one this far. Like I said, I do like him, but you know, football's a ruthless game, and Pep's a ruthless manager. He's no time for sentimentality. So, you know what I mean? Like, it's one of those ones. Who else have we got? Let's see the Belgium squad. Did Jeremy Docker get in? I assume. Sorry. Squad announcements. Assume Jeremy Doku is in the Belgium squad. I know Kev isn't, obviously, but where is he? Where is he? Yeah, Kevin De Bruyne. No. I think Doku's in it, isn't he? I can't find the updated version, man. I can't find the updated version of the squad. I'll have a look again. Has to be here somewhere. That's 2022, man. That's 2022. I assume he isn't. I assume he is. I'll go on Belgium's Royal Belgian FA. No idea. See, you can see now. Oh, here we go. Here we go. This must be. That's under 21. You can see how little I care about international football, chat. You know what I mean? You can see how little I care. He is. Tyree says he is. There you go. Big up Doku, man. What do we think of Doku in the weekend, by the way? I think we might see. Can we organize a call-in show? Maybe what day is tomorrow? Thursday? Tomorrow? Tuesday or Wednesday? Tomorrow's Thursday. Might see, can we organize a call-in show? See if some of you guys want to come on and chat to either me or me and Jordy Porty about the weekend and the season so far. Big up Bevo again with another super chat. Bevo, you're an absolute legend, mate. He says Phillips is like Carson, just medals and vibes. I think he's a lovely guy. I've met him, Kalvin Phillips. You know, some of you will know I've met him. Really genuinely wholesome bloke. But being wholesome doesn't get you minutes with Pep. Do you know what I mean? That's just the way it is. But you're right for now, Bebo. You're right. He's kind of like Carson, but Carson gets a pass because of his age. Carson's allowed to be vibes. Phillips You can't be vibes. You got to play football. Big up Bebo again. Big up Bebo again for the super chat, man. What was I saying there? Yeah, we might do a call-in show of some sort. Yeah, tomorrow's Thursday. We might do a call-in show. Maybe if some of you guys want to ring in or chat to one of us or both of us about the season so far. Like I said, it annoys me the way the international break just breaks up the season. Like there's another one in October, another one in November, I believe, and then March. So there's too many. There's too many. The footballers are playing too much football, man. They're playing too much football. When's Jordy Porty back? I assume he's back next week. I actually don't know. I haven't asked him. I know he's enjoying himself. He wanted to be on the stream, but I told him, go enjoy yourself. No point. If you're on holidays, just enjoy yourself, innit? Yeah, there's really not a huge amount happening. Really not a huge amount happening. Rodri's been nominated. Yeah, we know this. I mean, what are your thoughts about internationals? Where are you all from? Lee Gates with a super chat as well. Big up Lee, man. Really appreciate it. Thanks for all the streams. You hope you're good. I am good. Like I'm stressing to you. I don't like the international breaks, but I like coming on to chat to you guys anyway, even if we're just having a general chat about whatever's going on in the world of Manchester City, which isn't a huge amount right now. Actually, did you guys see the Evan Ferguson links? Evan Ferguson, you know. Big up Lee for the super chat, man. Really, really appreciate it, bro. Really appreciate it. Harvey's from England. What do you guys think about international football and the breaks? I know it'll differ depending on where you're from. Me being from Ireland, I don't really care a huge amount. Like I live 10 minutes from the national stadium. I can walk to our national stadium where Ireland play in 10 minutes, and I just don't care. Bevo again, man. Bevo, you're an absolute legend. Can I come on and super chat myself? Of course you can. You don't have to super chat either. You can come on and just chat to me or chat to Jordan if you want. We'll do a phone-in show though, definitely over the international break. Hopefully in the next few days. But yeah, tell me what your thoughts are on. Big Belly Buns from Amsterdam. That's sick. That's sick. I love Amsterdam. The Aviva Stadium. That's the one, buddy. That's the one. That's the one. That's 10 minutes walk from me. I spend half my time in Manchester nowadays anyway. I'm kind of in Manchester every weekend, and then I'm here during the week. But when the Champions League starts, I'll be in Manchester weekdays as well. I stay with Jordan. Big up Jordan and his family. They're very cool with letting me stay with them. So, like, say for Belgrade at home, the first Champions League home game, we're playing on the Tuesday at home to Belgrade. Then we're playing at home on the Saturday to Nottingham Forest. So I'm staying for the full week. I'm staying Tuesday to Saturday. So I'll do a vlog for both games. I'll do fan cams for both games. And we'll stream from the shed together Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and make some extra club content for you. So once the internationals break is over, we've got loads of fun stuff planned, loads of fun stuff to do. But, I mean, what can you do during an international break other than hope nobody gets injured? It's kind of where I'm at, man. It's kind of where I'm at. But what do we think about it? Anybody have a flying care in the world for international football? Harry Briggsy, I got my hotels booked for Belgrade at home. I'll see you there. Definitely, bro. Come around to Entrance P after the game, and you can do a fan cam. You can do a fan cam. There's another Harry does the fan cams. It might even be you. I have no idea. But he's brilliant at the fan cams, man. His one popped off on the weekend. You should go Europa League final in Dublin. There's a really selfish part of me would love City to be in the Europa League final, just so I could watch City in a European final 10 minutes from my house. But obviously, I'd much rather be in the Champions League. But yeah, the Europa League will be fun. I'm just crossing my fingers that it's not Liverpool or even United if they drop down, because my area around my house, that's where all the hotels are. That's where all the fans will stay for the Europa League final in May. So if it's Liverpool, I'll be fucking. I'll have to go to Manchester for the week just to stay away from all the Liverpool fans. They'll do my head in. Don't watch Southgate football, so I don't care. England fans really have it in for Southgate, man. World Cup semi-final, Euros final. Put some respect on Gaza. I'm only joking, by the way. Couldn't care less. My homeland gets beat 5-0. Daniel, where are you from? What country are you from? Treble in the chat, man. Treble. Yeah, Harry, I had a feeling it might be you. I didn't know your second name, bro. I thought you were an Xtra Club member as well, so I wasn't sure if it was you or not. But yeah, man, your fan cams are sick. Your one popped off. I think your one got the most views in the weekend, and the comments seem to love you as well. So we'll have to get Harry on for if you're going to Forest as well that week. You can do Belgrade and Forest if you want. I'll get you my vlog as well. You'd probably be good for the vlog. What do we think of the vlog on the weekend? I want to make it better, man. I want to improve it somehow, but I think that's probably down to editing. So you can put that pressure on Jordy Porty. Hugh, why are you not in the Sidemen charity match? Sure, they would confuse you for Vardy. Well, I'll tell you a little, not even a secret. I'm going to the Sidemen charity match. I will be at the Sidemen charity match. I'm going with the Big Six. We have tickets for some premium lounge. We were given tickets to some premium lounge or something. So I'll be at the Sidemen charity match. I don't know if I'll get to meet any of them, but I'll be there. I'll be there. We will be there. We will be there, as they say. Vlog was nice. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate that. Vlogs are amazing already. Oh, you guys are too kind, man. You guys are too kind. Me and you, we're family. Do you know what I mean? We look out for each other. We're a family of blues. And during the international break, it's streams like this where you guys are keeping me entertained. I genuinely just came on to chat to you about my thoughts over the last 24 hours because an international preview means sweet fuck all to me. I don't know much about international football. Like I said, no injuries, and it's been a great international break for me. I don't care who wins, don't care who loses, no injuries, and it's been a class international break. Yeah, Harry says, yeah, I'm there. Brilliant, Harry, man. We'll definitely get you on for Belgrade and Nottingham Forest. Do you watch any LB content? Of course I do. Of course I do. I'm a subscriber of the It's LB channel. Make sure you go and subscribe to LB's channel if you aren't done so already. Show him love over there. What's your favorite game you've ever been to? Oh, you know what? This is a good idea, buddy. Thank you for the question. If you got any questions for me or about what I do or matches I go to or anything you want, fire them at me and I'll answer as many as I can. Let's have a bit of a back and forth. Like I said, we're family. We're family. We're a blue family. So let's get to know each other. What's your favorite game you've ever been to? My favorite game. Ooh, I tell you what, the Aston Villa one where Gundogan scored to win the 3-2. I was at the game where Vincent Kompany scored the rocket. You know, where do you want your statue, Vincent Kompany? I was at that. FA Cup final at Wembley. I didn't go to Istanbul, unfortunately. What else? There's loads. Beating United 4-1 was unreal. Arsenal away last season, the 3-1 was unreal. I beat the loads great ones over the years. Maybe the Villa one or the Leicester one. I loved the Vincent Kompany one because it was his last game at the Etihad. I stayed back after the game and I watched him do a lap of honor around the stadium, and it was just sad, but it was also like, this is the right way to go out. He just scored a screamer. He had no right to score, but he was the right man to do that night, if that makes sense. Hugh, I'll try to help you get Arsenal away. That game will be mega chances. Harry, mate, if you can find me a ticket for Arsenal away, I'm there. I'll go with you, Harry. I'd be forever grateful. If you can, shoot me a message. You know where to find me. Still watching on holiday. I'm in Tenerife. Enjoy your holiday, Alec, mate. Don't be worrying about me. You enjoy yourself. Yeah, I was there that night. We adopted to Poznan, Captain Marvel. What a night that was, chat. What a night when Vincent Kompany scored that rocket. 4-0 Sevilla last season, second City game. First was 3-1 versus Watford years ago. I think I was at the Sevilla one, but I wasn't at the Watford one for whatever reason. I go to most home games, as I'm sure most of you know. I go to most home games, and last season I went to a load of away games. I went to a load of away games last season because my luck just seemed to keep coming in with tickets. For those of you who go to games, you'll know that away tickets are really hard to get these days, and they're getting harder as we're getting more successful. But for some reason, I just had loads of luck. I went to Tottenham, Chelsea, Palace, Arsenal, United, Dortmund, Bayern. I went to loads, man. I was everywhere last season. What will you do when you hit 100K on City Extra? Oh, well, the first plan is we're going to rent a warehouse in Manchester. I know Jordan has a mate who has one or something, and we're going to have a big, huge party that genuinely all of you, if you can make it, are invited to. You're all going to be invited to if you can make it. Jordan's going to DJ. We'll probably do some sort of a party on stream as well for those who can't come to the actual party, but there's going to be big, big celebrations when we hit 100K. So I want to say as well, big up to all of you for constantly showing us love, liking the streams, liking the videos, the vlogs, the fan cams, because you guys make it happen, man. Like you guys make it happen for us. First game was at Wimbledon on my second birthday. Wow. That's crazy, man. What a journey you've been on, Bevo, bro. What a journey you've been on. Mine was when we beat Arsenal in 16-17 because I was a kid, and when they all had Gundogan on their shirt, I cried because I thought he had died. Well, luckily he hadn't died, but he went on to become a Manchester City legend. He went on to really become a City legend. Big up Alec, man. Big up Alec. What a guy. Any more questions you guys want to ask me? Like I said, international football. I know the title says international preview, but any of you really want to hear me talk about international football? You're not subscribed here to listen to me talk about what I think about international football. You're subscribed to hear my biased Manchester City views. You seen Anthony stuff? Yeah, bro. Man United is a mess right now. Anthony allegations, Sancho, Ten Hag, fucking losing to Arsenal the weekend, scraping wins versus Nottingham Forest. That's a joke club. Absolute circus, man. In all seriousness, though, the Anthony thing is quite severe. If everything's being alleged is true, so I don't know the ins and outs of it, but all I know is from an outsider looking in, United is a mess. United is a mess. What are your plans tonight? I don't have any plans. I'm chatting to you lot for a while. That's my plans. That's what I look forward to doing the most, buddy. If you're a winger at Man United, then rip. Yeah, they seem to have a bad record at the minute with wingers, United, don't they? Their wingers are not performing. Lost 500 million off shares. I saw that as well. I saw that, man. Man United, they're a joke. And I know, like, I'm too young to have really been around when City were properly bad. Like, I follow City because my mum's side of the family lived in Manchester and that for years and years and years. So that's my influence. But I'm too young to have been there when we were in like Div 3 and that. But Big Steve says it all the time, that if the roles were reversed, like they were at one point, where City was just a joke. Financially, the club was in ruins. Football was crap on the pitch. United were laughing at us. So, of course, we're going to fucking laugh at them. Of course, we're going to laugh at the downfall. I'm not laughing at the severity of individual situations like the Anthony one, but I'm laughing at how poorly run and how much of a joke that club is. You know what I mean? Manchester's red, this, that, the other eras come to an end. I'm all right with Manchester being red while still winning all the trophies. If you want to keep spouting Manchester's red, that's perfectly fine by me. That's perfectly fine by me, as long as we still win the trophies. You know what I mean? You have Manchester's red, but we'll still collect the trophies. You know what I mean? Absolute nonsense. Glazers stay in 10 more years. I want to bring back another show as well to the channel, like the Avengers show, where we have a panel of City fans. So send into the chat what City fans you would like to see come onto the channel. Obviously, we'll do call-in shows and get you guys involved, but any City creators that you guys want to see come onto City Extra. We're using this international break as a period to once again try and level up and bring fresh ideas, new content. Like the fan cams was a big one for us. The vlogs was a big one for us. Hot ones will be big for Xtra Club members. We're going to have we're going to do football content ourselves, make football content. But we want to definitely keep doing new things and freshen it up, man. Keep refreshing, keep you guys enjoying what we're doing. You know what I mean? You don't always want to listen to me chat shit. I know you don't. Esteemed company. Yeah, I'd love to get Stephen on, man. I'd love to get Stephen McInerney on. I've never spoken to him. I've never collaborated with him, but I would love to get him on for a chat. Anybody else, you guys? MCFC lads, of course, man. Luke's my guy, man. Luke's my guy. Okay, they keep saying 115 and their treble is real. Yeah, man. Luke's my guy, of course. Big Steve, MCFC lads. Yeah, both of them, man. I'm good friends with both of them. Well, definitely. I know Big Steve's a busy guy these days, man. Big Steve is he's slamming it. He's slamming it. Got that City. He works with City. He does work for the Overlap. Steve's a busy guy to get a hold of. You want Daps, Luke, Big Steve, Hugh, the Goat, Jordy, and LB. I'm sure we can arrange all of them. I don't know what LB's situation is. I still chat to LB the odd time, by the way. But I don't know what the situation is there. Yeah, man, Daniel. on that note, big up you, Hugh. That the rubbish you enjoyed the Big Six, all this 115 stuff, and you stand your ground. I know they just try. I get a lot of abuse in the comments, but it is what it is, man. I just like no one's ever gonna say anything to me in person. Do you know what I mean? They're all just people hiding behind fake accounts and that. So I'm just there to give my opinions, represent City best I can, and as long as the City fans are happy, I'm happy, man. I'm not trying to impress other fan bases. I'm not trying to be in with the Arsenal fans, the United fans. I'm City, man. I'm a blue. Once I'm representing City well enough, what can I do? That's all. That's all you can ask me to do. Professor Hamza, man. I think I'm gonna ask Hamza to come on. I think I'm gonna ask Hamza to come on, man. Hamza cracks me. He cracks me up, man. Hamza cracks me up on Twitter, and he's always very supportive of me too. He's always very good in my comments on Twitter and stuff. He supports me a lot, so I think I'm gonna get Hamza on for a show, man, and see what you guys think. I'm gonna ask him if he fancies it. What a guy, man! He's hilarious. If you don't follow Hamza on Twitter, I don't know what you're doing. I think his name is Professor Hamza. He's a funny guy, man. He's a funny guy. You represent City well. I appreciate that, man. Once you guys are happy, I don't care what anybody else thinks. Once the City fans are happy, I don't give a shit what anybody else thinks. I'm there to represent City. I love the lads. The lads in the panel are fantastic. You know, like Turkish, Saeed, Grizz, Tubbs, Matisse, legends, every single one of them. They're always so great to me, and I'm always there for them, of course. But you're always going to get dickheads in the chat. You know what I mean? Like, they all get abused too every now and then. Like, it's just the nature of the show. When you've got that many people in a live chat at once, like I think we had 12,000 live at one stage the other night, you're always going to have a few dickheads. So I don't mind. But once the City fans are kind of chill with me, that's me satisfied. That's me satisfied. Can we stop dealing with Barcelona? Yeah, man. Fuck Barcelona. They're a mess. Appreciate all the support in the chat, man. I see you all. I see all your comments. I genuinely appreciate it, man. I genuinely do, because I love interacting with football fans. I've no grudge against anybody as long as you're a decent person. You know what I mean? Once you're a cool guy or a cool girl, we're cool. I'm happy to chat to you. But if you start just being a knob, then I'll just ignore you. That's what I do with the nasty comments on any show I do. It's not just Big Six, but Big Six is a fantastic show, and that's what we're doing on Saturday, going to Sidemen charity match. But the Big Six is basically whoever loses that week gets grilled. That's just the nature of the show, and it's one of the unique selling points of that show, that we have a chemistry as a group of six, so we understand each other's banter and we understand where the line is for each other. But the odd time you get someone in the chat who'll cross that line, and Turkish is always very good at making it clear that that's not tolerated. So I love the show. I've no issue. I'm happy out in that show, man. I love doing it. The Big Six. It's a fantastic show. Fantastic people. Are you happy with Ferguson staying with Ireland? That's a great question. Of course I am. Of course I am. English people, man, they're trying to claim, or English people I've seen online anyway, trying to claim Evan Ferguson. He's going to move to England. Mate, he's from Meath. He's from Meath, which is just up outside North Dublin. Like, he's as Irish as it gets, Evan Ferguson. He would never move. Turkish is a top post. Turkish is a legend, man, and he's been really, really good to me since I joined that show. Turkish is one of the most genuine people in the whole YouTube football community. Turkish is one of the best of the best, man. What a guy. Big Six, great show. Of course it is, man. He grew up a United fan, Hugh. Who did? Who grew up a United fan? I saw people on one of the shows recently. I don't know was it Big Six or was it another one, accusing me of growing up a United fan, and I was like, "What the hell?" There was comments in the comment section that had like fully made up stories, like, "Yeah, I was in school with Hugh when we were 10, and he was knocking around in Man United shirts." And these are names of people I've never seen before. I was like, how are you claiming to have gone to school with me? Are you going to watch a Sidemen charity match? I'm going to it. I'll be there. Turkish got the tickets. Some premium lounge of some sort. All six of us will be going. I think Skullduggery is coming as well. So I'm actually really looking forward to that. That should be cool. Big Six needs a revamp. Newcastle fan instead of Matisse. Nah, Matisse is too important, bro. Matisse is a legend of the show. He's a legend of the show. But maybe someday a Newcastle fan will get in. What else we got here? Hugh and Man City fans here. Have anyone noticed that from last season, Pep is trying Alvarez and Haaland together? Is he building a Kane-Son type combo? That's an interesting take. I know he's been desperate for a while to get Alvarez into the same team as Haaland and De Bruyne. He's said it publicly multiple times that he wants to figure out a system whereby he can get all three in. So just have to wait and see. Like I've said to you guys loads of times, I'm not a massive fan of Alvarez in that number 10 role, that midfield role. I'm not saying he can't become good at it or grow into it, but I definitely think closer to goal, or as close as possible to goal, is where Alvarez suits. Chelsea aren't big six though, Hugh. Tell that to Matisse, man. Tell that to Matisse. Big Steve's ruthless in the Big Six show. Yeah, man. Big Steve. The thing with Steve is he knows how to press people's buttons. He knows how to get under their skin, and I'm a different character to Steve. Do you know what I mean? I don't go on to try and be Steve. I go on to just be Hugh. Do you know what I mean? Steve's a goat of the game. That goes without saying. He's a goat of the industry. Matisse faked that one chip. I'm telling you, man. I knew it. I think if you look at the clip back, I was one of the first to clock it. I was like, he didn't do it. He faked it. The little rat, Matisse. The little rat. Alvarez probably demanded more game time. Well, he signed the new contract, so I assume when he signed the new contract, he was given reassurances he was going to get more game time. City Xtra or Big Six. I love them both, man. I love them both. I could not pick between either. They've both been so good to me. They've both given me the platform to speak to people like you guys and help me find my way on YouTube and just give me opportunities. So I can never pick between either. They're both absolutely fantastic. Big Steve is too funny. Yeah, man. Big Steve, he's the funniest guy on YouTube, man. He's the funniest guy in the football space. Big Steve. He really is. And the thing with Steve is he's the exact same if you meet him in person. Like, there's no on-camera persona with Big Steve. He's the exact same when you meet him in person. He's the funniest guy, nicest guy, genuine guy. Like, Big Steve does things that you guys never even hear of, that he doesn't want praise for, but he's just like that. Like, he's offered to help me with some things behind the scenes that he never wanted any praise for, never wanted any public recognition for. It's just the kind of guy he is. One of the most genuine people that you'll ever come across. Absolute, like, he's a proper blue. Do you know what I mean? He's a proper City fan. He's got that real love for the City community, and he always wants to be involved and help people whatever way he can. And you just can't have nothing but respect for these kind of people, because there's not many people like that in the world. The world can be a cruel place, so you have to appreciate good people when they come about. And Steve's well up there, man. Yeah, he's a solid bloke, man. Solid bloke. What else have we got? You guys should bring back the Big Steve show. I'd love to bring back the Big Steve show, man. I'd love to do that with him, but he's a busy guy. He's a busy guy. If he's free and he wants to do it, there's always a place for him to come and chat to me. Always. He's the master of calming down our fans when we're getting nervous and about the shit the bed. He is. He does it to me now and then. You know, I remember last season a couple of times I'd message him and I'd say, Steve, I'm getting a little bit, as he would say, my arse is falling out of my trousers a bit. And he'd always know what to say. He'd always know what to say. Legend, man. Legend. You guys are loving Big Steve, man. Any more questions about anyone in the industry or City or is it my full-time job? It is my full-time job, but I'm also a full-time student. I go back to uni on the 25th for my last year of my degree. So wish me luck with that. What I do like about City Entertainers is you don't have dickheads representing us like other clubs. We have chill, genuine people. Well, I hate to keep referencing it, but I think Steve's one of the reasons behind that. He's a great man for, I don't know, spreading calming energy. We all know kind of what to say. He's definitely one of the pioneers for City YouTubers, City content creators, in terms of what we say when we're asked certain questions about like stressful situations. Like, you know, when Arsenal won the league by 8 points last season and he came out with there's a big blue shark on the water, that one, remember, we're all like, that was a fucking sick answer. What are you studying? I study news and media studies. Hugh, when you go back to uni, will you still be on the channel? Please stay. Of course I will. Of course I will. I probably just won't be around in the mornings and afternoons. Evenings, weekends, there'll still be fan cam. I'll still go to all the games. Don't worry. I would never give up on you lot. What's your earliest memory of City? Jeez. It probably goes back as far as like Richard Dunn and Stephen Ireland, because they were Irish. I remember those two playing. Richard Dunn was one of my heroes growing up, man. He was one of my heroes growing up. You know, he was class for Ireland. He was really good for City too. And he represents us well nowadays as well. So it's probably around about then. I was probably like 7 or 8 years old, maybe. And then you move into kind of like Shea Given, David Silva era, Tevez. So yeah, probably about then if my memory serves me right. Do you think we will wrap the league up by Christmas? Mark says we will. What do you? No, not Christmas. Not Christmas. But I do think we're going to win it this year easier than we won it last year, and I'll stand by that. I think there's this is me. My opinion could change in a month's time, but as of this minute right now, when I'm chatting to you, I don't look at anybody and go, "You scare the shit out of me. You're going to run us tight." I think we're a better football team than everybody, and by quite some distance. Yes, well, I hope you're well. Are you watching international footy or nah? Thoughts on Pep? Not really. I'll watch Ireland versus France, Hassan, just out of interest for my own country, but I won't lose sleep if we lose. The Pep thing, I don't think he's going to manage England. I just don't see it. I mean, could you guys see him simultaneously managing City and England? I think there's much more possibility of him extending at City. I think he will extend at City. Remembered sitting in 1-1-1 watching Shay Given doing push-ups in the box and the ball was down the other end. Shay Given was he was class. He genuinely was. He's underrated, Shay Given, and he was sick for Ireland as well. Another reason he's from Gaul. Another reason why I love him. I remember I had his jersey one of the years, the goalkeeper jersey, the Man City goalkeeper jersey from 09, I want to say, or was it 08 maybe? Yeah, nice shirt. I've never had any bad memories at City, so I'm grateful. Yeah, I'm kind of the same. Most of my teenage/adult years watching football, so where I'm understanding football consciously, City have been very good, if not the best. Not Ireland versus Gibraltar. Well, we have a really tough fixture schedule, Daniel. We're playing France on Thursday and Holland on Monday or Sunday. We're not going to win either. Evan Ferguson's injured as well, so we've not a hope in hell. But the Irish fans will still have a good time. Any more questions? I'll wrap it up in a few minutes if you've got no more questions. But I apologize, chat. This wasn't the proper international preview. Listen, I'm on my own here. I don't know what to say about international football. It's just not for me. Worst City memory. Mine has to be 6-5 versus Madrid. No, I'll tell you mine. I know mine exactly what one. I was at it and I was live on television. I was caught live on television when we lost to Tottenham in the Champions League. I'll try and find the photo for you now. I was live on television, right? We lost to Tottenham in the Champions League. Remember the VAR decision? And the game ends. I put my head in my hands. I had shitty blonde highlights in my hair. I was like 18, maybe 19 at the time. I had shitty blonde highlights in my hair. Camera pans on me. Half of Ireland sees this. Well, everybody who knows me screenshots it, sends it to me. I had no Wi-Fi in the stadium. So when I got back to my hotel that night, my phone's blowing up. Haha, your hair is shit. You got knocked out by Tottenham. Yada, yada, yada. That's my worst memory. Because that year, it was the year Madrid was the final. The Champions League final was in Madrid. I was convinced we were going to win the Champions League that year. That was the original year of Bernardo Silva running down the wing. Silva, we're all going to Madrid. I remember it so well. I was sat in the Colin Bell stand, tier 1. I'm trying to find the photo to show you guys, but I could be searching for a while. What are your worst memories? Best and worst memories? Borough 8-1. Yeah, that's one that a lot of City fans mention as their worst. 8-1 is pretty embarrassing. It's pretty embarrassing, but at least we're more likely to give an 8-1 than take an 8-1 these days, aren't we? I don't know if I can find the image. It's probably miles down my camera roll somewhere, but you get what I'm saying anyway, chat. You get what I'm saying. We got beaten by Tottenham. You remember it. Most of you remember it, or at least you should remember it. Higher brings then Liverpool and shitty Spurs to get there. Exactly, man. I think if we got to the final that year, we would have beaten Ajax, and I think we would have beaten Liverpool in the final. I think we would have beaten Ajax and Liverpool and won the Champions League. So in theory, we could have 2 Champions Leagues by now. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Doesn't matter that we're champions of Europe right now. That's the main thing. You know what, chap? There's a part of me doesn't want the Champions League to start again because I just love being the champion. I just love being the European champion right now. I don't want that to be taken off us. But I still back us to actually win it again. I still think we're gonna win it again, man. You have to. Still trying to find the photo. 1981 Cup Final replay. Jesus, Timmy. Tell me more about this. Tell me more about that, mate. I want to hear more about that. Aguero deserved the Champions League, man. He did. It broke my heart when we didn't win it in Porto from the Champions League. If Aguero had topped off his City career with a Champions League in his last game, jeez, man. Jeez. Would have been absolute saints. Where is this damn photo now? It's going to annoy me that I can't find it, you know? It's going to annoy me. I'm scrolling my photo album on my phone is so big, and 95% of it is just from City matches, videos, pictures, the whole lot. Forget it. I'll find it another time and show you again. Are we still gonna boo the anthem? Absolutely, absolutely. Fuck UEFA. Fuck VAR. We were robbed. Yeah, man. That Lorente goal. Remember that was a handball. Matisse after the Porto final on the Big Six. Yeah, didn't he wear Didn't he wear sunglasses and a suit or something? I remember that one. Nah, see, I've had a new phone since then, Case, so it's all kind of jumbled up. I've had a couple new phones since 2018 or 19, whatever it was. Do you want to do YouTube full time forever or something else in news and media? I don't know. I like doing what I do now. I like doing YouTube. Hopefully, it gives me more opportunities, and City Extra can grow. And I don't know. I just take it year by year, day by day, whatever. I love doing what I'm doing now. The City Extra team is great. Freddie and Jordan are great. You got Joe now as well doing the shorts. You guys seem to enjoy the shorts. So yeah, but the plan now is just to grow City Extra as big as we can and make the best content we can for you lot. So that's kind of it. That's kind of it. Yeah, I think I'll wrap it up there because my mum just texted me saying my dinner's ready and I'm starving. I'm starving. What's your plan after uni? I'm moving to Manchester. My plan is to move full time to Manchester, God willing. Yeah, listen, I'm going to wrap up the stream there. Big up to Bevo and Lee Gates for the super chats. Can't thank you enough, genuinely. If you would, before you click off, just like the stream. It helps us massively. Subscribe if you're new around here. We'll be back tomorrow. I don't know, will I be on my own or will I be with Jordy Porty? I know he's enjoying himself. I don't want him to feel under too much pressure because I want him to enjoy his holiday. So there will be stuff tomorrow anyway. Like I said, I want to do a call-in show. I want to get some more guests on sometime soon. And when Jordy Porty's back, obviously, he'll be back. And then hopefully we'll get through the next week safe and sound. And then we have to look forward to West Ham, Belgrade, Forest, the whole lot. So plenty to look forward to. Big up to each and every single one of you for coming in. Like I said, I really appreciate chatting to you guys for the last nearly 50 minutes. That time flew by. Time fly by when you're having fun in it. So yeah, man, good to see you all. And we'll chat again tomorrow in a bit.